Okay, y'all, it is time for another one of my stories. And today, this is more of a recent story. This is the story of my Switch 2 pre-order experience. And now, everyone knows this has been absolute chaos. It has been utter chaos for everyone trying to get one of these things. And it is so embarrassing for Nintendo and these retailers that people are quite literally begging to give you over $500 worth of money, and they just won't take it. They refuse to take it because in the year 2025, we cannot even get a simple pre-order going. And I understand this is the follow-up, the sequel to one of the best consoles of all time, one of the highest selling consoles ever, number 2 on that list as of right now. I cannot tell you how much I am excited for the Switch 2. And just regardless of all the outrage, it seems that the majority of people agree with me and are excited to get these things going. So what was the process like? Let me walk you through what my individual process was like, because it was like pulling out hair to get one of these things. And I'll have you know, I did finally get one. I just put out a poll the other day asking how you guys were able to succeed, if you were able to get it. And at the time, I did not have it. But as of this morning, Saturday, 26th of April, I was able to get my grubby little hands on a Switch 2 pre-order. So starting earlier in the week, Thursday the 24th at midnight, that was the night, the Wednesday night into Thursday morning, that was the day in which we were supposed to get our Switch 2 pre-orders going. And for me on the East Coast of the United States, that was for midnight. And so both Target, Walmart, and Best Buy all went live at the same time to try to get Switch 2 pre-orders going. Well, the thing was, for me personally, and I'm sure for a lot of other people, we all have work the next day, right? I had work the next morning, and not only did I have work, but it was probably the hardest day of work I've ever had in my life, and it was something I had been dreading for a very long time, just going in on this very important day. And so that was like not an option for me to just stay up until midnight and try to camp out and get these things like I had in the past. With the Switch 1, I really did my best to try to get pre-orders, and I just failed. And I didn't even really know what was happening with it. And a month later, and I told that whole story in another video, but basically it took me a very long time to get a Switch 1, and I really enjoyed the hunt, but I don't want to go through that again, especially now with my channel. I want to get it on day 1. So I am just so upset that I have to wait until tomorrow to even see if any of these things are going to be in stock. And I know they're not. I know by the time I wake up, all the chaos and all of the dust will have settled, and I just won't have anything from either of those places, Target, Walmart, or Best Buy. They're just not going to happen. And going into it, a lot of people were saying that they thought Best Buy would be the best place to get it, but for me personally, I was honestly thinking Walmart would be the best because they had this big guarantee that they would get your Switch 2 to you on June 5th by 9 a.m. And that is a big promise, but they're saying it for good reason, and I'll get into that a little bit later. So I really wanted Walmart, but I just couldn't stay up until midnight like you know, most people could. And for the West Coast, that was like 9 p.m. obviously, so they were a little bit luckier. It's just unfortunate for me on the East Coast that I couldn't do that. So then I wake up that next morning and I know there's no shot. I get into work, I look it up, and yeah, they're all out of stock. But what might be good for me is that GameStop was supposed to go live at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So I am putting all of my bets on GameStop, right? I am just really, really hoping that they're going to be able to keep it together, even though I knew it was very unlikely because unlike Best Buy and Walmart and Target, all those retailers that went live at the same time, GameStop would be going all by themselves. They were the ones that were going to have an exclusive grasp on the market. And a lot of people from the night before, like me, that just couldn't do it, were probably wanting this as their last resort as well. So I knew this would not only be the busiest time, but the most unlikely time to get one. And yet, it was my last hope, except for the My Nintendo pre-orders that I had really registered my interest in, and I just don't want to depend on them either. So I tried my best. I really, really did. And there's this YouTuber, and I will give him a huge shout out and talk about him a little bit more later, Jake Randall. This guy is such a big help when it comes to these pre-order things. He was telling a lot of people how to get them, how to prepare for them, and he really did help me, especially with that GameStop, at least trying to get a chance to get it. He helped me a lot, and he helped me later, and we'll talk more about that. But Jake Randall is a lot of where I'm getting this information from, and a lot of where I am even able to get a shot at getting this stuff. So actually, GameStop was really bad. It was so bad. It was 10:30 and I was prepped. I was refreshing and I was also doing work and I'm just waiting. And so I see Jake Randall tweets out and he's like, oh my gosh, they just went live on the app early. So I go to the app and it crashes immediately and it signs me out, and there was a bunch of security problems and it said, no, this isn't right. You can't do this, because their servers were just being overwhelmed by people trying to get Switch 2s. So I was like, dang it, I'm never going to get on this app today. Like, that was my last shot, was right there to try to get on the app. So now it is exclusively down to my laptop, my desktop here. There's no shot of any other option except for right now. So I am refreshing that bad boy, and it is starting to get bad. We're getting bad gateway connections. The website is crashing left and right. People are getting on. They're trying to get it. It is just laughably bad. It is so unbelievably bad. It should be in modern day that we literally just press pre-order, and if we're the first ones to get it, we're the first ones to get it. If it sells out that badly, okay, cool. That just means a lot of people wanted it, and maybe Nintendo didn't provide as much as they should have. But what should not be happening is all of these horrible crashes and cancellations and everything. So I'm there 11 o'clock, and for the next hour and 15 minutes, I am trying to get one because it didn't go live right at 11. Like, the website was literally crashing so bad, it couldn't even go live. So I'm just waiting for that button. And finally, the unavailable button turns into a red unavailable button. And I click on it, and it puts my thing in the cart. And I finally got it. It's in my cart. And I go to checkout. And Jake Randall had said, if you want the best chance to get these things, either 1, do your PayPal, or 2, do Apple Pay, because those run on different servers and can process your payment faster to hopefully get ahead of the curve from all the other people that are just using the website directly. And so the PayPal option was the first one that came up, but I was anticipating Apple Pay, and so I didn't have my PayPal set up yet. And so I truly just stuttered. Like, I froze up. I watched this thing, it's in my cart, it's available, it's in stock, and I freeze up for a good 10 to 15 seconds before, like, crap, I can't do PayPal, and the only thing it says is continue to checkout. So I press continue to checkout, and it takes me to a human verification thing, and I am so upset about this because it freezes on me. It goes, oh, let's verify that you're a human, and then boom, I was stuck on that website, and I never saw it again. I didn't get another chance after that. So I refresh, even though you're not supposed to do that during a verification process. And so it takes me back to the cart, and it's still in my cart, but the thing says out of stock. And I'm thinking, there's no way it's out of stock, right? It just went live. It's just processing, right? Their website's been having so many problems. And then I look, and then the PayPal thing goes away, and in its place, the Apple Pay pops up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm about to do it. I press the Apple Pay, I put my little thumb on the thing, and boom, it's starting to process. And I'm thinking, I got it. And then it processes, and it's loading, and I'm thinking, oh no, and it doesn't work. And I did that about 30 more times in the span of 45 minutes, and I kept refreshing, and it just didn't work. And I was really hoping that all those charges weren't just gonna go directly to my account, and luckily it never did. But man, that was a horrible experience for me to have been there for like 2 hours, intermittently doing work, and also just trying to get these Switch 2 pre-orders, and I couldn't do it. So I gave up, I X'd out, and I just knew I was going to have to depend on Nintendo May 8th for those first batch of invitations of pre-orders. So I am still pretty upset about this, right? I go through my day, and I'm not thinking about it a lot because there's nothing I can do. So then the next day comes Friday, and I'm just like, man, there's just no way I'm going to get this, is there? I'm going to have to go camp out somewhere and hope they have extra in stock for people that didn't pre-order. Oh, it's going to be rough, I'm thinking. And I also have someone I know who works at a Walmart, so I reached out to him. I was like, yo, do you have any Switch 2 pre-orders left? Is there any way you could tell me when you get them in so I can come in and just know? And he was like, sorry man, I can't help you with that, but once we get stock in, I can let you know the day of, and I can help you with this and that, but I can't give you any actual benefits or anything like that. And I was like, okay, that's fine, that's fair. So then I wake up this morning on Saturday, and for whatever reason, I've been waking up early, and I woke up super early this morning. It was almost 6:30, 7:30, something like that. And for the West Coast, that is obviously 3, 4 a.m., so no one's up there. Midwest, most people are probably just starting to get up, but it's Saturday, right? So people are sleeping in. And I go to the bathroom, and then I look at my phone, and Jake freaking Randall comes in clutch about an hour past the time he had tweeted. It was an hour later, and I see the notification, oh my gosh, Walmart just restocked nationally. And I immediately rushed to my Walmart app, rushed to the Switch 2, and tried to get the Mario Kart bundle, and it didn't work. And I was like, no, because too many people had it in their carts still, probably people who had failed to get it prior, and so they just couldn't get it. And I'm thinking, dang it. Then I was like, okay, screw it. Like, I've wanted the bundle. That's really what I've been going for. But if everyone's going for the bundle, let me just go for the actual console itself. And then on day one, I can just go to a store or buy my games digitally and just not worry about it. And I'll just have to shell out the money for Mario Kart, but that's fine. Let me just get a Switch 2. I just need one. I pre-ordered the Pro controller for the Switch 2 because that was still available on Walmart, and I was like, well, if I'm gonna get something, I at least want to get this, right? Because I know I'm gonna want this, so let me get it. So I pre-ordered the Pro controller a couple days ago, and I got a notification for that and the confirmation and all that. So I go to Walmart here, and the bundle's it's out. So I go to the actual console itself, and I go to click it in my cart, and it works. And I go to my cart and I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's early in the morning. Most people aren't even going to know this is happening. I'm probably going to get one. Am I going to get one? I'm so excited. And what's going to happen? So it's in my cart and I go to pay. And I was like, you know what? Let me add Mario Kart World too, right? Physical edition. I don't care. I'll pay $80. Just throw it in the cart. So I throw it all in the cart and I go to check out. And I've already got all my information in there. And I press the button. And it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And I was devastated because I got the thing in my cart and it didn't work. And so I'm going back to Jake Randall's tweets and I'm seeing what he's saying. And he goes, remember, use PayPal or Apple Pay to help redirect those servers because they run on different servers and you'll be able to get it if you do that. On my cart because I had almost given up on it, to be honest, and both the Mario Kart World is in my cart and the Switch 2 is in my cart, and I see the PayPal option and I'm like, shoot, I should have done that first. I hope I'm not too late. I pressed the PayPal. I hadn't set up my PayPal yet for Walmart, and I was like, oh my goodness. So I had to sign in on my PayPal, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is such a waste of time. People are going to grab the consoles. Oh no, it's over. I go to the PayPal, I sign in, and I click the button. And it processes, and it's processing, and I've seen this before. It's not going to work, and it's processing, and then it works. It worked. I got my Switch 2, and I got Mario Kart World all pre-ordered coming June 5th. Now, I've heard the horror stories. I know there is a chance these will get canceled. There is a very good chance this will get canceled. But what makes me feel a lot better about this is that it hasn't been canceled yet, because a lot of people were struggling specifically with Target, but at Walmart and Best Buy as well, with buying it, getting it, and then a few minutes later getting not only a confirmation email, but then a cancellation email. I got no such email. All I got was the confirmation email, and I'll show you right here on the screen, I got my Switch 2. It is coming June 5th. It is here. I bought it. It's mine. I got it. Once again on his Twitter just to see if there's anything else I need to know about this whole process or if anything funky is going to happen. And I look and it says, okay. And he has employee insiders or just people that he knows that are telling him how this whole process works. And so he says, guys, Walmart is probably the actual best way to get this if you have to get pre-orders, because the way they're doing this, and here, I'll just read the tweet directly to you. So he's basically saying that the reason Walmart is back in stock now isn't because they're just getting more. It's a nationwide restock of canceled orders, but it is store specific, meaning it could show sold out for you, but in your neighboring town, it's still in stock. Walmart is secretly assigning you a store based on your location. That is how they're able to offer launch day shipping. They are actually shipping these to the stores way ahead of time and then delivering it to you on launch day to your actual location because it knows your address on the same way they deliver groceries. Like all these groceries will also get to you the same way. It's the same for this. This is a very smart way that they're doing this, and this is how they've been able to confirm to us that they will all be done June 5th by 9 a.m. because it'll be local stores. So it means if you got canceled, that your store is sold out, and try switching to a different address, some other store near you, and there's a chance that you could get that. And so he's saying whether it's sold out or not, you still have to push the pre-order button to get it to work, and all this information comes from the employees feeding him information. And even more confirmation of this, the Walmart info I've shared is accurate. See how in the image below, the Piranha plant is a truck, and how the Walmart indicates traditional shipping. So like the actual bag itself here is on the Switch 2, but then the truck is on the Piranha Plant. That's because they're going to ship it from different facilities across the state or across the country to you, but the grocery itself is on your local store. So that's how they're going to get it to you on time. That's how, because it's just going to be delivered to you as if it was a grocery item. And that is so cool to me because I'm going to be able to get this on June 5th early, like early 9 a.m. That is their promise to us, and I believe that they can deliver now that I have seen exactly what they're talking about here. So Mario Kart World, right? I also pre-ordered that, and I decided to cancel it because it had a truck next to it, meaning they were just going to ship it from anywhere across the state, and that Switch 2 promise is only for the console itself, not for the games. So the last thing I want is to get my Switch 2 at 9 a.m. and not be able to play it or unbox it or do anything with it. So what I did, I canceled my Mario Kart World pre-order, and I'm probably just going to buy it digitally as soon as I get my console. I don't even want to have to worry about it. I don't want to have to wait. I just want to be able to make videos about it, unbox it, play it, use it, whatever I need to do, transfer over my stuff from the Switch 1. I just want to do everything in my power to get playing as soon as possible. And so that was my story, and I hope you enjoyed it. Your experience seems to have been a little bit better than mine because I did a poll the other day. I talked about this earlier. I said I wasn't able to get pre-orders. Did y'all have any better luck? And over the 62 of you that voted, 63% said I got one and 37% said you were not able to secure it. So I hope you have better luck, and maybe Walmart is still doing it right now, so go check on your phone right now. I'm going to try to get this video out as soon as possible so you can know. Go check, go see, you might be able to get it. And if you can't get the World Bundle, maybe try to get the Switch 2 itself and then just shell out the extra $30 for Mario Kart if that's your speed. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of this video. I really appreciate your support on my channel. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Also, click that notification bell to know exactly when I upload my videos, giving you a whole bunch of news about the Switch 2 and just my opinions on it in general. Please consider joining my membership program to support the channel at large and get early access to all my videos. Click on the left side of your screen to see why I am so frustrated with Nintendo's lack of communication right now, and click on the right side of the screen to see all of my videos on the Switch 2. And with that, thank you so much. Have a phenomenal day. This has been Ray's Nintendo Talk, and I have been Ray, and I will see you all in the next video.